A cop who does a racist thing gets paid $1.5 million for being fired for being racist. Isn't that something? Put up his picture, okay? A Washington assistant police chief will now be awarded for being racist. They're going to pay this SOB $1.5 million from the city of Kent after he decided to display a Nazi emblem. His name is Derek Kammerzell. He hung a Nazi insignia on his door above his nameplate. Let's put up the picture, okay? You see that? Let me explain this to you. This is a photo of the symbol, and then his name is underneath. This was used by the Nazi regiment. Their regime used that same symbol to identify high-ranking officers. It was taken down after 4 days when a detective realized what it was and filed a complaint. This man is literally telling you that his true position and rank is that of a Nazi soldier, because he's using it as his official image, his official symbol when you walk into the office. And it provides a code to others who are aware of the symbol. This sick SOB had this on his door, working for the government. A detective was sharp enough to realize what it was, filed a complaint. What happens? He gets a payout. All right, I'll put his picture up again. So the chief tried to claim that he did not understand the meaning of the insignia and that he had seen it in a show he watched somewhere. An internal investigation determined that he was completely aware of his historical context, and his past behaviors showed a pattern of anti-Semitic behavior. That's what the investigation showed. This police chief acknowledged during the investigation that he once shaved his facial hair into a Hitler mustache. This is what he said. And investigators looked into allegations that a photograph taken of the chief dressed in lederhosen appeared to show him giving the stiff-armed "Hail Hitler" salute. The chief suggested the photo just caught him in the middle of waving. I mean, guys, come on. All right, I know I cut my mustache like Hitler, and I have a Hitler symbol, and I have a photograph that looks like "Hail Hitler." All of this is just coincidental, guys. There's more. This same police chief, this assistant chief, also had been overheard joking about the Holocaust, according to the internal investigation, saying that his grandfather had died in the Holocaust when he got drunk and fell out of a Nazi guard tower. He was initially given a 2-week paid suspension after the incident in 2020, all right? City officials decided to undergo negotiations instead of firing him. So they let him go, 2 weeks, paid him money. Then they said, well, we're gonna just go ahead and instead of firing him, we're gonna give him a payout. Had the city simply fired this assistant chief, official said he likely would have won his job back with back pay through arbitration under federal and state labor laws. What? You mean to tell me a cop can be openly racist, can literally have symbols of racism on his city-owned property door? Your investigation by the city can expose that he lied to you about his knowledge of the emblem, that he was in fact a racist individual based on other witnesses, that other cops can complain about his racism, and you gave him $1.5 million because you are powerless to fire a racist cop. Once again, proving this country celebrates racists. Nowhere in the hell this would fly at any other job. You can't work at Wendy's with that kind of background. Okay, the chief originally demanded 3.1 million. That was his original demand. You know why he demanded 3.1 million? Because he knew they would pay him. How in the hell you have that kind of background, you're the police, and you demand 3.1 million because he knew that would protect him? That's exactly what they did. The mayor, Kent Mayor Dana Ralph, is calling for the resignation. In January, acknowledged that the decision to revisit the discipline issue would likely come at a high cost. The city said Friday will pay him over 1.5 million to resign. Okay, put up his picture again. He's defunding the police. Defunding the police happens more so by the hands and actions of corrupt and racist cops than any movement of Black Lives Matter. But he will never be blamed for defunding the police because he's anti-Black, and they're okay with that. Sharing thoughts here.
Well, this is a good old-fashioned shakedown. For this, they negotiated $1.52 million here. It's nothing but a good old-fashioned shakedown. Why you wouldn't just take it to court? And who cares if you lose? It's not like you were gonna get Johnny Depp's jury to award him more than that. It's crazy. Maybe you would have had to pay him, but why not test the waters? This fool with his joke, the emblem, and everything else. The fact that you are calling it a victory, because that's really what the mayor and their city attorney, I mean, I can't even get AT&T when they make a mistake to give me $10 off my monthly bill, okay? Who is this city attorney who's negotiating a $1.52 million settlement under these terms?
Yeah, but it shows you the design, the cultural design, not policy design, the cultural design that permeates in police departments all across this nation.